A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. I welcome you all in the 8th lecture of this unit called as chemical reaction and equation. And our today's topic is balancing of chemical equations. So far we have studied what is a chemical equation, what are balanced chemical equation, what are unbalanced chemical equation. There we observe in case of a balanced chemical equation, the number of different types of atoms in the reactant and the product side are always equal. While as if the number of different types of atoms or substances involved in the chemical reaction are not equal, then we call it as unbalanced chemical equation. Now today's topic is what do we mean by the term balancing of chemical equations. First, we should have a proper definition for that. The definition is that the process of making the number of different types of atoms equal on both sides of an equation is called balancing of equation. And that means whenever there is an unbalanced chemical equation, there are not equal number of atoms of different atoms involved. So we use such a method, such a way by which we tend to equate, by which we tend to equalize the number of different types of atoms on both sides, that is in a chemical equation. That is what we call as balancing of it. That is the process of making the different number of different types of atoms, the process of making the number of different types of atoms equal on both sides of an equation is called balancing. Now how we balance these chemical equations? We use a method that's called a heat and trial method. I will quote a simple example. Hydrogen burns in oxygen to form water. We write it as H2 plus O2 gives H2O. But it is unbalanced because there are two hydrogen atoms in the reactant, two in the product side, but only two atoms of oxygen in the reactant, only one oxygen atom in the product side. So since there are not equal number of atoms in the reactant and the product side for oxygen, so it's an unbalanced. In order to balance it, what I will propose, I multiply this equation by 2 on the right hand side, that is to the water molecule. When we multiply, it becomes H2 plus O2 gives 2 times H2O. Now when we check this equation, we observe there are 2 hydrogen atoms in the reactant side but 4 hydrogen atoms in the product side. 2 oxygen atoms in the reactant side and 2 oxygen atoms in the product side. So what I will do in the next step, I multiply the hydrogen molecule by 2, which gives 2 times H2 plus O2 gives 2 times H2O. Now if we will check this very equation, it has 2 into 2, that's 4 hydrogen atoms in the reactant side, 4 hydrogen atoms in the product side, 2 oxygen atoms in the reactant side and 2 oxygen atoms in the product side. So it makes it a balanced chemical equation. Thank you.